I have Shivani Sharma joining me from the NIA headquarters. I have Amit Bharadwaj standing by at the Palam Technical Area at Delhi. I have Nalini Sharma who joins me from the NIA court because he is to be produced in court in 24 hours after being in NIA custody. And Shivani, I want to begin by asking you, I believe NIA has its entire plan ready, and the chief of NIA, Shivani, Sadanand Date, was the additional commissioner of Mumbai Police during 26/11. He braved bullets. He braved bullets at the Kama hospital. Terrorists were firing at him. He was firing back. He was saving lives of patients at that hospital and nurses and their kin. He knows everything about this case inside out. He'd investigated this case in the Mumbai Police. Now he heads NIA. Tell us how NIA intends to proceed with Tahavvur Hussain Rana.
Gaurav, as you were rightly saying that Tahavvur Hussain Rana, who was the conspirator of this attack, was celebrating in America then, but now it's turn of India to celebrate. The agencies are all set for his procedure to begin here, the investigation to begin here, and the NIA chief has been here in the meetings at the NIA headquarters. Everything is set for Tahavvur Rana's coming here when the process will begin, and he'll be shortly landing, from where he'll be brought to NIA headquarters in a special secure convoy of the armoured vehicles and the SWAT team, the commandos of the Delhi police. And the NIA headquarters have also been turned into a fortress. You see the road outside has been closed for normal traffic. There are barricades, there are additional forces, because we have to keep Tahavvur Rana safe and secure while the investigations go on. And once he lands here, the medical will happen. He'll be formally placed under arrest by the NIA. NIA would like to produce him today itself, but there's just a possibility, because as the time is passing by, there can be other steps also here, Gaurav, because, you know, he has to be produced before the court after 24 hours of his arrest. So if the arrest happens today late in the evening, then this he can be produced later also. So
stay with me, Nalini. You've tracked this case with the prosecutors, and the prosecutors have their entire case laid out. But there are many gaps in this case. So one, for the benefit of our younger viewers who may not have a major recall of what happened during 26/11 and the time preceding, what was Tahavvur Hussain Rana's role? What is the evidence that India has on him?
Like we've been telling our viewers, Tahavvur Rana had played a very crucial role when it came to the planning and the execution of the 26/11 attacks, because without the help that was provided.
Okay, give me a moment as I re-establish this link with Nalini, who's standing by at the NIA court. Akshita Nandgopal also joins us from the NIA headquarters in Delhi. And Akshita, you've been speaking not just to your sources in the police, but also to the survivors of 26/11, and they are very clear. Do not feed biryani to terrorists like it was done with Ajmal Amir Kasab, and like the way we've been treating terrorists in the past. India has a long history of feeding biryani to terrorists from Mastgul to Kasab. Enough of that. They want him to be tried and hanged, perhaps with daily hearings, Akshita.
There was a coordinated terrorist attack going on at a railway.
Absolutely, Gaurav. They're pushing for a speedy trial. Look, they waited 17 years for this moment, 17 years, and now finally Tahavvur Rana will be brought to India. And now that particular, part of the complication with regards to his extradition is taken care of, they want things to move quickly. I'm here at the NIA office. Quickly, let me show you around, Gaurav, because this entire area, and I've just arrived here, so this entire area has been completely closed off. Not a single vehicle is allowed in this stretch, which is why you see the entire road, otherwise bustling, completely empty right now. So this entire area, there's a security blanket. For me to enter, I had to repeatedly show my media ID card to be even allowed to this point, very close to the NIA headquarters. So the area completely cordoned off, nobody being allowed in, and only if you've got the requisite IDs are you allowed this close to the NIA headquarters as I'm standing right now. But you're right in highlighting that, the 26/11 survivors who I spoke to this morning, they said very clearly, never forgive, never forget. And some of them, of course, have very publicly said that we want Tahawoor Rana to meet the same fate as Ajmal Kasab. We want a hanging to take place for his role in the 26/11 attacks. It's been delayed by 17 years, but nobody's forgotten, Gaurav. Whether you as a journalist covering 26/11 or me much before I was a journalist when 26/11 happened, those memories are still fresh of how the terror attack played out, because it's the worst, the most dastardly terror attack on Indian soil so far. So none of us have ever forgotten the toll it's had on India, the fact that we lost 166 lives. So 17 years later, yes, delayed, but most definitely at this point, we are hoping that justice won't be denied. And key to that is to ensure speedy trial. Now, once Tahawoor Rana lands here at the Palam Technical Airport, he's going to be brought in a convoy with a bulletproof vehicle, mind you, to ensure adequate security. He'll be brought to the NIA headquarters here. We understand that here there is, and I'm sure you know about these, there are holding cells essentially, and there'll be maximum security. Only a handful of officers will be allowed into one of these cells, which have been reserved and kept aside for Tahawoor Rana. The entire area right now sanitized.
Okay.
There was a
Let me
question
quickly
about
bring in
whether he'll be
Amit
taken to the court
Bharadwaj
or
also,
not.
who joins us
Looking
on
at the
this
time
broadcast.
right now,
Akshita, stay with me. Amit, at the airport, we are told it could happen anytime. Of course, the exact timing is being kept a closely guarded secret, because like during 26/11, there were sleeper cells then. There are apprehensions there could be sleeper cells now. So security perhaps prime concern to ensure he's brought to court, tried in court, and if convicted, hanged by court.
Right, Gaurav. Security remains to be the top priority for the agencies that are on the task as far as Tahawoor Rana's transportation is concerned. That is why we will not get the exact details of his landing, when that happened, until unless the NIA issues the formal statement. But certainly what we are given to understand through our sources what the process is going to be. Let's again break it down for our viewers who might have just joined this evening, is that the moment Tahawoor Rana lands on the Indian soil, despite the fact that he is being brought back to India by the NIA's team, the NIA will formally put him under arrest on the Indian soil, because that's that is what is required as per the Indian law. After that, in the meantime, paperwork needs to be done, because this is not a regular arrest that you might be doing on the Indian soil. Rather, this is a case of extradition for which India has fought a long legal battle, a diplomatic exchange as well with the United States, and that is why the complete paperwork needs to be done as well, so that we do not end up leaving any loophole in this particular case, and we want a watertight case to be built. Once this process is over, the phase 2 and the most crucial phase of the entire operation for the day will begin. That is the transportation. The Nyayik Suraksha Vahini, a special group of the Delhi Police, wing of the Delhi Police, has been given the task of transporting Tahawoor Rana from the airport facility to the NIA's facility, whether it be the NIA headquarters or some other facility. If at all there are changes in the plan, this particular wing of the Delhi Police will be carrying him in an armored vehicle, which will be guarded by the SWAT commandos as well as the CAPF